Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh and this is Working Man Reads. I racked my brain to try and figure out a video to film today. I made the decision to do my final book haul for a while. I'm going to tone it down on the buying of books. Shout out to my boy Timmy. I'm having a little bourbon with some club soda. So shout out to you, my friend. That one's for you. That's for the homies that aren't on BookTube anymore that I still think about because I'm just one of those types of people, man. I'm just here for the buddyship, the friendship. The buddyship is probably not a correct word for a person who reads books. But here we are, nevertheless. Wow, we are in rare form. This is like old school Josh. So I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I have a candle lit because I just took the funniest picture for a special video that's coming out soon. The person watching probably knows what's going on, but I'm gonna keep it under wraps because I'm effing excited by guys. So I was at Barnes and Noble, and I can't help myself, and I was looking at books, and I found one that was a omnibus of a sci-fi series that was kind of classic. And I was like, you know what, man, what if there was like the original copies on eBay for like cheap, because you could usually find sci-fi copies for cheap. And so so naturally I got them, what is the series named? It's called The Fated Sun. Well, guys, my wife called, and so I am restarting here, but I like that energy I had in the first clip, so I'm gonna keep it. We could restart, but I'm gonna say hard no. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna keep it real, keep it authentic here on the. So I had to look up which one is first in the series here. So just so you know, the omnibus ended up using the third book's cover. So this is the third book, and they just recycled that, which is fine. It's from 1980, so 40 years since they used that cover. But personally, you would think they would, get something different for the first cover, like look at this beautiful book right here. I'm just saying. It looks good on the shelf. Well worth the money. Hopefully you guys watch that video. But so what is the first book here? The first book is this one. All right. You got the Foxy Lady with the weird cat-like creature. Looks kind of like a bobcat that ate a couple wild boar, to where his gut is distended. But you got a little sheer outfit, like typical classic sci-fi. I think it's funny. I freaking love I just like 70s and 80s science fiction, and even 90s, really. I don't care. I don't give a crap. I just like vintage sci-fi covers. So this is the story of three people: Stern Duncan, a soldier of humanity; Noyun, last warrior of the Mirai, humanity's enemies; malign priestess queen of the final fallen Mirai stronghold. This is the story of two mighty species fighting for a galaxy: humanity driving out from Earth, and the magnetic regal struggling to hold their stars with Mirai mercenaries. This is a story of diplomacy and warfare, and conspiracy and betrayal, and the three flesh and blood people who found themselves thrown together in a life and death alliance. So the reason why I got this was honestly the omnibus cover. This one. Damn, that's a glare and a half. It just looked like a knockoff Dune, which I don't mean to throw shade. It just did. So I was kind of like, let's check it out. So then we got that one, which you already seen. And then we got this one. I'm not going to read the other synopsises for spoilery reasons. Hey, Michael K. Vaughn, have you read this series? Is it worth jumping on right away? They have it's a 4.0 with a lot of ratings. It must be a popular series because it was republished in an omnibus, so that tends to lead to me thinking that it's popular. And then we have a 4.0 rating on most of the books, except for the first one, but that's pretty stationary in fantasy. So it almost seems like fantasy and not sci-fi. I mean, it is futuristic, but it seems like a nice blend. So here we are. And I've never tried this author before. Never even heard of him. Her, him, could, them, could be a them. And then I have got a couple more from this person. I'm not going to read the synopsis on this one because this one's up for grabs, honestly. Like, Michael, if like you need it, or I know you're the only one that reads like sci-fi that I really follow. God, I just get a kick out of this $3. This is the 5th book in a series, so honestly, I'm going to probably put this in my overflow pile of books because I can't read the synopsis in case I want to read that series in the future, and I freaking hate synopsises. Then we got this bad boy, and these are Rays from the Hugo Award winner here. So, yeah, so this was published in 1983, and then we also have Gate of, and this is the beginning. Both of these are, this almost looks like a Boris cover. So both of these are the start to series. So that's pretty cool. Scattered about the galaxy were the time, this is this one, were the time-space gates of the vanished, but not forgotten alien race. In their time, long before the rise of the native civilizations, they had terrorized the human worlds from a villainy, but from folly, from tampering with the strands that held the universe together. So I'm going to stop there because sometimes spoilers suck. So yeah, so there we go. That's the first one. And so this is a Hugo novelist. So Hugo award-winning novelist. I mean, this almost looks more fantastical, so that's cool. It was the transitional time of the world when man first brought the clang of iron and so it is, reek of smoke to the lands, which before had echoed with inhuman voices. In that dawn of the man and death of the magic, there yet remained one last untouched place, the small forest of Elwood, which kept in time different from elsewhere. And one who dwelt there had more patience, pride, and love on the earth than any other of her kind. So yeah, this is a fantasy series, and that's the first of that series. Next this is a Dollar Tree find, bro. I didn't know. Every now and then you find a book and you're like, you know what? I'll buy that for $1, bro. That's good to me. You know what I mean? So the one time I found, what's that guy that everybody always talks about for the Southern Lit? But I found whatever. I found like a good book, like a hardcover for like $1. And so this is it's actually a YA sci-fi, and it's honestly, it sounded kind of like I'm not even gonna read the back, but of the various star systems that make up the Confederation. Yeah, so it was like political, and also it was like, I think like a colonization sci-fi. I love colonization sci-fi. That's honestly, that's actually the stories that I'm working on, which are going to tie into the other books I bought. I'm working on one that's God, I can't remember the titles. Oh, the Fall of Paragon, and then it's going to be a duology. That's the goal of duology of novellas, which in theory could be a novel, but I don't really want to do that. I think I want to do 2 novellas that tie together. So I'm doing the Fall of Paragon and the Something with Titan. I don't know what I'll do. The Rise of Titan, something like that. Those are working titles right now. But basically, I don't know why the hell I'm talking about this right now, but yeah, I like colonization sci-fi, so that's what I'm writing. So I look out for that shit. So there we go. We are in a special type of mood right now, eh? So let's talk about those. And the last book I have is actually my most recent purchase from Barnes & Noble, which I posted a picture on my Instagram. Go follow, Workman Read. My wife needs to get the baby. So Putting the Science in Science Fiction. This is by, I have no idea. I think it's just edited by somebody, and it's a bunch of tips. Understand the basic principles of science, technology, and medicine. Frequently featured in fiction. The cool thing about my life is that I have a friend who is literally a career college student. I mean, he is a very educated man. He is very smart. I guess I think he's actually like a certified genius level. So he annoys the shit out of me because he knows everything, and so he can kiss my ass. He's not watching this video, but kiss my ass, Matt. When you're friends with somebody for a long time, you just yeah, that's how we talk to each other. So luckily, when I'm talking about science, I actually bounce things off of him. So when I'm writing things, I'm like, Matt, mathematically, does this work? And he actually like crunches the numbers, and he's like, yeah, it would work, but you need to tweak this, which I love. And my wife is also a math teacher. So my sci-fi is actually, I'm not going to put, like, it's not going to be a lot of it's not going to be hard sci-fi. It's going to be more like colonization, military sci-fi with a little bit of political intrigue. But I'm trying to write realistic sci-fi to where I just, I want people to dig it, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I got this. We're moving on. Then I got world building. Okay, because I am doing 2 different planets, and I want them to feel different to the reader when they arrive. A writer's guide to the constructing star systems and life-supporting planets. So I just thought that was cool because I'm going to literally, Titan is going to be an ice. All right, got to finish up quick because I'm running out of space on the phone. But yeah, world building. And then next is Neil Schusterman, 7 Eaves. Now, this is basically people on Earth, and the moon disintegrates into 7 different pieces, and it is hard sci-fi at its best, and I want to read it because Neil Stephenson is a libertarian author, so I definitely want to support him for people's liberties, and yeah, shout out to people who are believing human rights and everything. So yeah, I'm going to read this one. Basically, it is 3 different parts, I believe, and each part is a different time period where, like, in the beginning, the world's ending, so it's post-apocalyptic, and then, or apocalyptic, then post-apocalyptic, and then in the 3rd part, I think that they try to come back to Earth after millennia. But I hope everybody has a fantastic freaking whatever day it is. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Peace be with you. Until next time, deuces.